So these phones always interest me, even if we never actually see them come to the light of day, which, to be honest, we're probably never going to see, is these concepts for rollable phones, right? Because at the end of the day, again, like I said, they're so interesting. You look at them and you go, wow, that I could see myself rocking that type of phone. But the problem with them is that they're what we call gimmicks. There is something that looks interesting on paper, and some people might even say, I would actually think about pulling the trigger and going for the phone, but they're a very small market for them. Because 100% the durability. And this guy actually talks about in this video how the bottom of the screen, the bottom of the phone is all screen. It's literally just a foldable, rollable screen. So imagine the Galaxy Z Fold series phone with the bottom just being a screen. Like just being that inside screen on the bottom of the phone. The chance of breaking this phone or damaging in some way and having to replace your whole entire screen within a couple months is very, very high up there. So it's like, again, it's a cool concept, so that's a cool idea that I would love to eventually see a company get right and, make it perfect, but it probably just will never happen. Now, let's talk about the positives about this. Obviously, the negative with the thickness, it sucks, but when it does open up fully and is a full functional phone, it's actually not that thick. It's very thin and gives you the ability to see, as he shows right here, a display on the back of the phone. It gives you that little glance display that's actually usable. Kind of what we see out of the Galaxy Z Flip 5 phone being released or shown off, is that outside display actually being usable and actually not being that bad. So that's a plus, right? Second plus is, of course, the screen real estate. When you're not using it as an actual cell phone, sorry, my bad. When you're using it as an actual cell phone, you can extend the display and have a beautiful 6.7-inch display, which is something that honestly is underrated. Of course, taking photos on it is really cool because when you are taking photos from the back cameras, you do have that amazing, selfie camera type setup, which again is something you don't really see on too many other smartphones other than the Galaxy Z Fold series, where you have that actually Galaxy Z Fold series and the Flip series, where you have the outside selfie screen that you can actually see yourself. Most phones, if you take it with the back camera, you're kind of out of luck when it comes to trying to take pictures or videos because you can't see what's going on. Now, other than that, having the ability to, either go with a small display or a huge display is nice. The cameras don't look that great. They look kind of mediocre at best, which is kind of what you expect from, a phone like this. The other problem is the price tag of this phone would be in the ballpark range of $2,000. And it sucks, but it would cost a lot to make this phone and manufacture this phone. We're not simply there when it comes to a lot of this, technology being that affordable / just widespread. One day we're going to get to a point where technology like this is just common and everyone has it. And if you go to anywhere, you're going to see people have phones like this, and it's just a common thing. We're not at that ballpark range yet. So we're going to still see, if you want to get a phone like this, you're going to have to fork over around $2,000. Which, with the fact that this phone would, again, break very easily if given the opportunity, it just simply isn't plausible, so that's reasonable to ever suspect that this would work out in any capacity. But again, like I said before, that's why it's always fun to see these concepts, as ideas. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, because I know a lot of you guys, I know I'm going to comment like, well, I would try it out. I would get it. Trying out is one thing. Actually buying it and using it as a daily driver is another thing. Now, if you would use it as a daily driver, definitely tell me down below. And I'm going to be interested to see how many people actually would use this as a daily driver. You can't put it in your pocket. You can't put it in a bag. You have to be very, very mindful and careful of how you use this device. It's not impossible to use. Just very mindful of it. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.